All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. It is Tuesday, July the 28th. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. For today's History Minute, I have someone who's quite entertaining and amusing. I did not know anything about this lady until I researched this, and wow, what a character. I think you're going to get a kick out of this, and I think you'll also find a few similarities to a certain American duchess in this woman, and I'm not talking about Wallis Simpson. It is Joan, the Queen Consort of Henry IV. Look at that coat of arms. Stunning. Stunning. A few facts about Queen Joan. Her tenure as Queen Consort, the 2nd of October, 1386 to the 1st of November, 1399. Joan was the second wife of Henry IV, but his only consort, as his first wife died before he became king. She was known to be greedy and stingy and was accused of accepting bribes, the merching of the 14th century. Joan despised England. Sounds familiar. She preferred the company of the entourage she brought with her from her homeland, which caused offense to such a degree that her friends were exiled by order of Parliament, a ban that the king, her husband, did not think he could oppose given his sensitive relation to the Parliament at the time. So she brought all of her old friends over from her homeland, her entourage, so to speak, and she filled the court up with these people, and it was a problem. And she did not like England, so to speak. After her husband, the king, passed away, her stepson, King Henry V, imprisoned her for a short time and took all of her money and lands. She was released eventually, her money returned to her, and she lived out the rest of her days comfortably at Nottingham Castle. She passed away the 10th of June, 1437, aged between 68 and 69. She is buried in Kent beside her husband. I thought just for kicks and giggles we would take a look at the sales rankings of the Finding Freedom book on Amazon. I couldn't find it on I did find it on the American Amazon website. Let me stop myself. But they didn't have the rankings as far as sales on there. This is from amazon.co.uk. So this is for the Kindle version. And as you see here, the Kindle version is number 42 for Kindle. It's number 42 for Kindle. But it's number 1 in biographies of the rich and famous. It's number 1 in biographies of the what is it? What's that word? The G word? Oh my goodness, my mind goes blank. It's been a long day. Grifting and infamous. There we go. Number 1 in self-help. Self-help? What would this book be self-help for? How to social climb your way up to the top and do unspeakable things to get there? Okay. Don't give me problems now. Come on. There we go. For audiobooks, it's number 28. Number 1 for European history, although I don't see what this has to do with European history. Biographies of royalty, they're no longer royalty. Biographies of celebrities and entertainment professionals. I wouldn't call Megan an entertainment professional. She's a professional at something, but it's not in anything having to do with acting. Amazon Bestsellers, the number 1. This is for hardcover books. It's number 1 in hardcover books, you guys. That's a little bit disappointing. European historical biographies? I don't think so. Family and marriage biographies. Okay, they're not ones I would take marriage tips from. Oh, and this is the one that burns so bad. If I knew Meg's email address, I would fill it up with this one. This is paperback. As far as paperback sales goes, look at that. 2,040 sales rank. Paperback. Oh, I bet that burns. Meg, if you're listening, 2040. Wow. Don't forget to tune to my other channel, Real Royalty. It is amazing. I wanted to share something today. I saw this article on CCN. I'll link it below. This place is so snarky to Meg, just like me, made after my own cloth, so to speak. I love it. I want to share it with you all. Meghan Markle becomes what I thought she'd never be, a whiner. The excerpts from Finding Freedom have confirmed that Meghan is nothing more than a spoiled complainer. Meghan's new tell-all shows a side of her I've never seen before, and it sure doesn't look good. As I read more from Scooby-Doo's cheerleading publication, I realize Smegs is nothing more than a whiner. She seems willing to blame everything and everyone else for her public image, except the fact that she treats everyone like dirt, and she only has herself to blame for the way everyone looks negatively at her. Oh, did I add that in there? I'm so sorry. Meghan, you're just not likable. It has nothing to do with race or sexism. Right. I wanted to like you from the very beginning, Meghan, and I was hoping it would work. I thought it was great that there was diversity coming into the royal family, but you really just completely blew it, so to speak. You were a big-time fail. Your attitude, the way you treat other people, the way you acted about so demanding about your wedding. Who are you to demand scent sniffers, air fresheners in St. George's Chapel? Get out of here, girl. Good God, girl, get a grip. Let's get back to the article. Is anyone else growing tired of Meghan Markle making excuses and crying about how she has been treated? Seriously? Girl, you were a member of the royal family for 5 minutes. During your brief and disappointing stint, you managed to snare yourself a $42 million wedding and a $1.2 million budget for your designer clothes. How many episodes of Suits would it have taken for you to come close to affording that kind of spending on your own? You should be thanking Daddy Charles for financing your obscene indulgence. Instead, all we're getting is your complaining. The Times tweeted the first of 3 days of exclusive extracts from Finding Freedom. Finding Freedom book. Meghan gave up her entire life for Harry and his family. Blah, blah, blah. What life? Her acting career? As I said before, they were writing her out of Suits, so she didn't have that, and though I hate to say it, she was fast approaching 40, even though I think she got there a few years ago, and once you get to 40 in Hollywood, it is a shame, a terrible shame, but the career for a female kind of goes stale after 40, unless you have real talent like Meryl Streep or Julia Roberts or Judi Dench, or one of those, but Megs isn't on that level of talent. She isn't on any level of talent. Finding Freedom is nothing more than a PR publication for Meghan Markle. Well, I shouldn't say she doesn't have any talent. She's very talented at pulling the wool over people's eyes. Meghan Markle has become the queen of complaining. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't call her the queen of anything. She'll start salivating. She would love that. She's the master of complaining, we should say. Look, I've never been the biggest fan of Meghan Markle, and I don't apologize for it. Me either, girl. One thing I never pegged her for was a whiner, which is how this new book by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand portrays her. According to the cheerleading exercise, hilariously known as Finding Freedom, Smegs believes she's gotten a tough time from the media because she's a woman and she has a black mom. Quick, someone pass me the tissues. It's just about all cried out. I'm just about all cried out. Megs should realize that sometimes you reap what you sow. As Scooby-Doo's book goes into hyperdrive PR-wise, he tries to explain away all the general dislike for Ms. Markle as anything other than the truth. She's just not a nice person. by most accounts. The book, which is currently being serialized, claims it was open season on Meghan, with many looking for anything and everything to criticize Duchess Different. That's what people have a problem with. She's the easiest person in the world to work with. Certain people just don't like the fact she stands out. She stands out because she's such a mean old fuss. Poor Meghan, she's just trying to do her best and yet is always criticized by the nasty media. Someone break out the violins. Oh, excuse me, my voice cracked there. The only problem with the viewpoint peddled by Scooby-Doo and Durand is that almost every other account from people who've had the misfortune of working with Ms. Markle flies in the face of those claims. She is not seen as someone easy to work with. How many people have said she's not easy to work with? How many staff has she been through? She's been through almost as many staff as she has men, I'll tell you that. Don't cry about it, Ms. Markle. Rise above it. We've been told numerous times that Meghan is an international star, a feminist icon who transcends royalty. Then act like it and stop making excuses. The Mirror quoted from the upcoming book, Meg felt as though some of the commentary and tabloid stories were more than a culture clash. They were sexist and prejudiced. If a man got up before dawn to work, he was applauded for his work ethic. If a woman did it, she was deemed difficult or something else. The double standard was exacerbated when it came to successful women of color, often labeled demanding or aggressive. No, you were applauded for your work ethic. That's right, Lady C's book even says how determined and eager and she gets exactly what she wants. She is so aggressive in going after what she sets her mind to. No, you were praised for your work ethic. Even Lady C does it. Get over that, Meghan. That's a lie. No one has ever claimed Meghan doesn't do whatever it takes to get ahead. Oh, she certainly does. Look at the way her knees are worn out. That will more than attest to that. If you have a reputation for being difficult and unreasonable, it isn't because you're a female or a woman of color. And the Daily Mail quotes tweeted, Ms. Markle felt cast as Duchess Different and branded difficult are a you-know-what due to racist and sexist attitudes. And I just put Scooby-Doo here saying, don't buy our book. Please don't. If you're regarded as a bit of a you-know-what, it'll be because you are. Let's not pretend that men get it any easier. Sir Alan Sugar has a work ethic. I was just laughing because I was thinking maybe he's a Sugar. Maybe he's a Markle fan. A Markle Sparkle Harkle fan. Sir Alan Sugar has a work ethic admired by many, and I was thinking maybe she's also being snarky to Meghan by putting that name in here because of the connotations it has to Smegs fans. Anyway, Sir Sugar has a work ethic admired by many, but he's also recognized as difficult and a nasty individual. Embrace who you are, Meghan, faults and all. Please, stop looking for convenient excuses as to why the media doesn't love you. Why do you even care? After all, aren't you living your best life? There are a few comments that people left about this article. Excellent article, one person said. There's some good comments. You can take a moment to read them. One person said Meghan's getting her karma. Absolutely agreed. In the last video, I showed a picture of the chocolate biscuit cake, which is the Queen's favorite cake that I made. Somebody asked for the recipe. Here it is if you want to pause it. If you can't read my handwriting, let me know. Let's read a few comments from the last video I posted about the palace fighting back against the Scooby-Doo book. E Unhinged said, Fiddle-dee-dee, I too was obsessed with Scarlett O'Harkle as a teenager. I had posters of Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable all over my bedroom. Scarlett inspired me to have more confidence, and because of her, I became an actress. Although, unlike Megxit, I don't give or simulate against filing cabinets. Fiddle-dee-dee. How can someone get sacked while watching a reborn baby doll? Maria wonders. Maybe she dropped it and the dog ate it, and Megan was upset because the dog ate her fake baby. That's why she rehomed the dog. Louise Ward says Scooby and Carolyn say they had access to over 100 people for their book. I call not true, unless they're MM's alternate personalities. Karen said, I'm not really understanding the title as they live in other people's mansions and get their finances from Daddy Charles. How is this finding freedom? Finding freedom for work, but still getting the paycheck. May says, thanks, Bizzy Bee. Enjoy your sense of humor. They are their own worst enemy. I won't be buying the book. I already have plenty of toilet paper. That's all it's fit for. You could use it if the table or the leg of your table is uneven. One of the legs, you could use it to prop that up. It would be good for that. Oh, dear me. Okay. Peggy says, Megan wrote it. It's all about her. She's a viper. Agree 200%. Peggy, Harry is a snotbox, holds grudges, and is a nitwit. Kitty AB0417, OMG, so many lies. I will not buy this book. I have enough TP. That book costs more than I would pay for TP, that's for sure. Julie says, gosh, that little bird that was flying around getting all the gossip has been busy, except the little bird would not lie. And did that poor nurse or nanny get batteries wrong way round and Archie doll didn't work? Tut tut, she had to go. Holistic Vegan, was there anything about Megan throwing hot tea over a member of staff? They had to be paid off by the palace. The palace shouldn't have paid them off. That could have been their way of getting rid of that trash quicker after the bad press. What have we learned today, everyone? I believe the first thing we learned was greedy, money-embezzling Queen Joan of the 14th century was the mooching Meg of the 14th century. Oh, I said that wrong. Queen Joan was the mooching Meg of the 14th century. Queen Joan was greedy and mooched off of her role in the royal family. Number 2, Amazon categorizes the Harkle Scooby-Doo book as self-help, helping yourself to your spouse's pride, dignity, and all your in-laws' cash. The third thing we've learned, to pay back the amount of money Megxit has spent from the royal family's bank accounts, she would be below deck underneath a man who allegedly doesn't sweat for the next 200 years. Number 4, Smegsy is a tremendously giving person. She gives lots of blanks. Simulating blank against a filing cabinet. That is one of the specialties on Ms. Markle's lists. That is one of the specialties Ms. Markle lists on her resume, along with the 20 languages she speaks and the 15 forms of dance she can perform. The nanny got sacked. The nanny got sacked because she left the artificial doll out and Smegs' dog ate it. That is why she had to get rid of the dog. Number 7, the 100 people interviewed for the Harkle Scooby-Doo book are Megan and her 99 personalities. Number 8, the title of the Harkle book, Finding Freedom, is misunderstood. It is not implying finding financial freedom. It is finding freedom from working but still getting paid. Number 9, another use for the Scooby-Doo book, toilet paper. 10, the little bird flying around spreading lies isn't a bird and isn't so little after all. It's a slimy, conniving, full-grown viper with a nasty temper named Smegs. 11, the last nanny who misplaced Archie's batteries is now drawing unemployment. Number 12, the Bizzy Bee spills the metaphorical hot tea, but malignant Meg literally throws it at the staff. Let me reread this other one because I messed it up. Number 5, simulating you-know-what against a filing cabinet is one of the specialties Ms. Markle lists on her resume, along with the 20 languages she speaks and the 15 forms of dance she can perform. Don't forget to check out my other channel. The link will be in the description below. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Also, please tell your friends about me. I appreciate all of you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.